And we also caught up with one of the big M&A lawyers, Cyril Shroff, who believes that these reforms may not be as big as the announcements that were made in November last year, but he does go on to say that these reforms will go a long way in giving a major fillip to the M&A activity, especially in sectors like civil aviation and pharma. Take a listen.
3 or 4 things really stand out. One is in the aviation sector, where it is now possible for 100% FDI under the automatic route, which will apply to airports. So I think that's one which is, I think, going to be impactful for M&A. The other is the pharma sector, where a brownfield acquisition up to 74% can be made under the automatic route, whereas previously it was under the approval route. And then there are a host of other changes as well. Another big change has been the change in the rules for single brand retailing, where the local sourcing requirements are gradually meant to be eased out. I guess this may be because of one of the cases that is pending before the government.
Apple controversy has been...
I'm not going to sort of name a case, but that probably must be in their mind, and there could be others as well. So I think that is clearly one of the drivers for that. Then in the defense sector also there are some significant policy changes as well. I don't think the framework has changed too much, except that the state-of-the-art technology condition seems to have been dropped. Now, as a practical matter, that will help increase FDI in that space. So it won't have a direct impact on M&A, but it will certainly have an impact of encouraging more FDI coming in. And then there are stuff on the animal husbandry, private security agencies, food. So it is, I don't think it's as big as what happened in November 2015, but it is got some really big changes that have come through today.
So one big change that you said, and you don't want to mention the name, I understand, but of course Apple has been trying to put in a lot of investments in the country if only the relaxations are given in terms of local sourcing. Yeah. So do you think that single brand retail will attract a lot of money because of the relaxation brought about?
Absolutely, and this was the number one sort of condition which was bothering the foreign strategic investors who in the single brand retailing space, because for them to maintain their quality and the IP, they couldn't achieve it by local sourcing. So this removes the single biggest hurdle.
From the point of view of mergers and acquisitions, do you think pharma will be the most attractive one, because 74% through non-automatic route in the brownfield projects? Do you think it's going to be big, and some of the big companies which are up for sale would look at some from foreign companies really coming and buying into them?
Absolutely. I think this is, other than airport, this is probably the biggest one. And as you know, there is always a couple of big pharma deals every year. And they always struggle with this issue of FDI and approval. So I think this helps. So I think this will certainly ease the way for more pharma M&A, big pharma M&A.
Well, that's Cyril Shroff weighing in on the changes. But to discuss more about this